Hello, people of the internet. Today I will be going over The Anarchists Ideal by Marius. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. From 1929. As a passionate lover of truth, beauty, and liberty, the anarchist struggles for the establishment of an environment within which individuals would be free from all constraints and all authority outside of themselves, an environment in which each individual could rid themselves of all the metaphysical ideas to which, even today, they feel they are bound to sacrifice themselves. Essentially, anarchists believe in the idea that the best authority is one's own. The idea that no single individual or group of individuals can govern all others, as, is the nature of the idea of anarchism. The idea that anarchism believes that there should be no hierarchical authority. That's not to say that there wouldn't be like an authority of merit, like, for example, Mikhail Bakunin once said, if I were to have a problem with my shoe, I would defer to the authority of the shoemaker. Which makes sense. It's still not really a hierarchical relationship, as there would be plenty of things that Bakunin would be good at that the shoemaker wouldn't be. It's a cooperative system, not hierarchical one. One puts her faith in law and justice and leaves to their representatives the trouble of regulating their affairs and guaranteeing her happiness. This is an attack on the idea of the elected representatives of the government, because oftentimes what happens is we elect governments, or we elect officials into government, and then as a result of that they get to like have 4 to 6 years, 2 to 4 to 6 years, and so on, and they kind of get to do whatever they want in government. And then, I mean, sure, we get to vote them out next time, but I mean, like, come on, 4 to 6 years of just being allowed to do whatever you want without the consent of the governed? Are you kidding me? That's terrible. Look at how good that's doing right now. We always end up starting forever wars, and with no exit strategy, and then other countries are falling to American hegemony, and it's obviously not making their lives better, and it might, we might give like a little foreign aid here and there, but that doesn't really mean a whole lot when we're also essentially forcing countries to neoliberalize their economies for our profits. Another places all confidence in a divine creator for whom he is always ready to sacrifice himself. Obviously, that's in a talk about religion. You know, anarchists are typically not very religious, but there are religious anarchists. There are anarchists who follow some kind of religious doctrine of faith. Leo Tolstoy, for example, was a Christian anarchist. In both cases, the happiness of the individual depends on the power external to itself, whether then whether that power is divine or human. That typo needs to be fixed. Anarchist Library, please get on that. This explains why human beings do not evolve, and it will be this way as long as they leave to others the task of thinking and acting for themselves. In other words, society will stagnate under conditions like these. This is one of the reasons why anarchists are anti-capitalists, because they see capitalism as a system that does not lead to innovation, because the real innovators, first of all, most of our innovations actually are publicly funded. They come from the public center, not the public the public the public sector, not sector, um not the private industries. Most of our innovation is publicly funded. there's that. And second, because of the fact that one of the reasons why anarchists are against capitalism is because we are subjecting ourselves in under capitalism to an authority, uh essentially. Sure, people might argue that capitalism is voluntary, like you're technically not required by law to work, but the material conditions do require you to work, because if you don't work, then you starve. Or if you don't work in, the if you could want to work in an area that suits you, but you might not have the means to do so. And because of that, you're forced to work in jobs that you hate or that you would rather not do. Thanks to their And it will be this way as long as they leave to others the task of thinking and acting for them. Exactly. Thanks to their analytical mind, their breadth of vision, the anarchists develop an entirely different conception of life, and they denounce at every opportunity the malign nature of these mirages. Exactly. Authority is all spooks. They strive to reveal to others the true place that they should occupy in nature and in the present society, to make them conscious of their own worth, to create within them the need for individual liberation. That is the task to which anarchists dedicate themselves, the ideal that they pursue. Based. Yeah, basically, hierarchies are spooks, especially these hierarchical authoritarian structures that we have in our society now. And we should probably abolish them. Like, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? We could abolish the hierarchies and then allow ourselves to organize society from the bottom up. And from that, we will have a society that is more free, more liberating, and far, far more prosperous than ever before.